Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. So glad y'all are here this evening. Okay, I see a few of y'all are in the comments already. Miss Astra, thank you for being here and being so patient and waiting. I see you are the first comment. Sprinkle Sprinkle. So today we're going to be talking about not being a placeholder, because I get so many questions from ladies asking, why is he with me for this many years and this many babies and still haven't popped the question, or still won't marry me, or doesn't want a commitment, or all these things? Because you're the placeholder. And a lot of women don't want to face that fact that they're the placeholder until he meets the type of woman that he wants to commit to, wants to provide for, wants to marry. And a lot of y'all are hoping and wishing that you're going to be that one. If you're hoping and wishing to be someone, that means you're not them. All right? So y'all got to understand, if you are hoping and wishing to be the one, that means you're not the one. Period. All right? You have to ask how you can get him to commit. How are you going to force him to marry you? How you're going to make him commit to you and be the one. He doesn't see you as the one. He sees you as the placeholder. And the best way to not become a placeholder is never to try to change someone to like you more. If they don't like you more from the start, it's probably not going to change. Never try to force someone into a committed relationship, because they're telling you from the start that they don't want a commitment with you. That means you're not the one. You're not their type. You're not the one. They're not the one you want to settle with. They told you. But so many women think that they can change the mind of a man. You're never going to change their mind. You're just going to wear them down, but they're still going to be out there looking for the one. That's why a lot of women regret doing what they do by forcing a man to marry too young or marry someone who's not their type. Why? Because they're still going to be out there looking. All right. Sorry, y'all. I have to eat some of my protein chips. I gotta get more protein in my diet. But, and then the women turn around and ask, well, why do they even get married then? Or why do they even get in a relationship then? Did they want to in the first place? That's the question you need to start asking yourself. Did you pressure them? You know, a lot of people don't realize this. If you pressure someone into getting into a relationship, if they just say yes just to shut you up and to keep you as a placeholder, they're still not going to be faithful, because you're not the one. They'll be less faithful. I'll put it this way. They'll be less faithful, especially if you're not the one. I said way less. Like, they won't even care if they get caught type cheating. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. You understand that, and you don't want to be a placeholder anymore. Stop forcing your way somewhere that they're not inviting you to with all of their money and heart. Okay? Because a lot of people don't understand that. And the better you know where you stand as a placeholder or the one, or, you know, somebody that's potentially the one, you have to ask yourself, did you force this situation? Do they really like you on that level? Did you have to force this? If the answer is yes, you're probably a placeholder until something better comes along, or something comes along that you want. You said, what are the signs? The signs of being a placeholder: they don't want a commitment with you. They don't see a future or talk about the future with you. They're not discussing any type of anniversary, future plans. They don't celebrate certain things that you may want to celebrate, like anniversaries or something like that. They don't want to do that. Each holiday or special occasion is not a big deal to them. They don't go all out for you. And this is like new into the relationship. When you're in a long-term relationship and you've been there for many, many years, those aren't the signs. But in a new relationship, this is what it looks like. Thank you, Alex. So does he act with you if you're a placeholder? Yes. You're the one for now. He will deal with you until he's done. So in order to not be a placeholder, you got to know your value and your worth. Most placeholders are 50-50 chicks. That's number one. Most placeholders pay bills. Most placeholders are sought after for their domestic skills and ability to pay bills. So if you're paying to live with a man, you are probably a placeholder. Okay. I'm just telling you the truth. You said 50-50 is the most embarrassing thing for a woman. It is now. Yes, it is. Okay. I saw this reel on Instagram, and this woman had money, and it said, when your man wants you to pay him back, and he takes the money, he actually takes the money from you. And she was looking like who did it and why for real. I would have took that money too. So first of all, if you don't look like the one, they're going to not treat you like the one. Okay. So y'all got to understand that. And when I say the one, I mean the one that they're going to spend on, the one that they want to commit to, the one that they want to give everything to. Okay. If you don't look like the one, then you probably the placeholder. Okay. You said you seen that? Girl, I hope that was a joke. Because first of all, now I don't mean to talk down on any women because we could always improve. But why do some women, and if you're not doing a get ready with me, a facial treatment or something, why do some women come online looking like who did it and why on purpose? Unless it's for comedy relief. I don't know. But if you live with a grown man and you're supposed to keep yourself cute, or at least for the camera, I mean, we got to do better as women, honestly, if we want more in return. Like we gotta level up our looks if we expect to be treated like the one. Okay, a little bit at a time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a 10 overnight. You can work on yourself as long as you need to, as long as you look better than that man. That's all that really matters. Okay, because we have some women over here who are placeholders, and they could be beautiful, but their man is more beautiful than they are. And then you have some women over here that are being treated like queens. They're not as beautiful as this chick, but they look 10 times better than their man. That's why they're getting that princess treatment. So y'all have to understand the dynamic to this. You might have a beautiful woman over here, but her man look just as good as her. She might not get princess treatment. She might be the placeholder because her man is looking for better because she's average to him because he looks better than her. Okay, so y'all got to remember, some of y'all's boyfriends, some of y'all's dusties look better than you. And I have seen this all throughout TikTok, all throughout Instagram Reels. Y'all men look better than y'all. That's why y'all have to pay 50-50. That's why y'all have to reach in them purses and pockets because y'all forgot who you were. You're the pretty one. You're the woman. Make sure you understand that dynamic and stop chasing after a man because he looks good. That's a masculine trait. You're supposed to be the one that looks good in the relationship. Hey, Shira, you're 27, looking to settle with a wealthy man. You're based in London and you have private membership club costing $2,000 for a gym or $300. Do you think it's worth investing in these memberships? Which, if you look good, that's number one. If you look good enough to pull, then yes, it's a good deal to invest in because you're literally investing in success and meeting people that are going to be attracted to you. So if you know you can pull in that gym, yes. Okay. Otherwise, it's a waste of time and money because if you don't look good enough to get the attention of the men in the gym, it's literally a waste of money. So make sure you get your level up on first. If you look good, then it's a great investment. I can't see your thumbnail pic, by the way, so I'm not judging you by anything in particular. Thank you, Alex. If he spoil you and pay for everything, we live apart, can you still be a placeholder? You can be a side placeholder. You know what I'm saying? There's side chicks aren't really a placeholder. They're just a side chick. So if they're already in a relationship, married, or in a if you're in a long distance relationship, because they're probably married or in some type of relationship that you may or may not know about, then I don't think a side chick is a placeholder. I think she knows her place as a side chick, and she probably will be dating other people at the same time. Okay. If you're not a side chick and it's a long distance relationship, I don't really count it. He's just giving you money to talk to him and claim them, I guess. So I'm eating my protein chips, y'all. Do I get my protein in? All right. How do you stop chasing external validation to feel beautiful? Already be beautiful. Look in the mirror and say, I know I look good. Nobody else has to tell me because I already know. That means it's undeniable. You gotta level up so hard, or at least to your own standards, to where when you look in the mirror, you say, I know I look good. If anybody else say something, they lying. Okay, hello, you're going to NOLA in March. Any tips for attracting a real Southern man mannerisms, drink orders? Girl, wrong city. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wrong city, man. Wrong city. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He lived with BM. Okay, baby mama. He take you out all the time in her car. Alex, you the side chick. Or side dude. Or you a girl or a boy. You the side piece. I honestly don't think you're gonna find any rich men in New Orleans, especially in the touristy areas, unless you're staying at a really nice hotel, and they're staying there too. Okay. The Garden District and some of the suburbs of New Orleans, I think it's Metairie, is where the money is. Okay. I'm sorry, I have to eat these protein chips because I got to get a certain amount of protein per day. They look like Doritos, but they're by Quest. Okay, Anitra says that she got a 60-year-old man who's well-established veteran with a head injury causing him to have ED. What do I do? Okay, first of all, ma'am, do you really want to sleep with him? Because if not, it's a blessing in disguise. You don't do nothing but collect the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Miranda, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't drink. You go to bar and you're embarrassed to order a mocktail as bartenders want you to spend. Should I order an appetizer instead? It's expensive. I feel that, okay, here's my thing. If you go to a bar and you're trying to freestyle, it's more approachable if you are drinking something. Who cares what the bartender thinks, ma'am? Okay, you're not there for them, are you? All right. So order your mocktail because they cost just as much as an expensive drink. All right. Order the appetizer after you have started talking to someone, or when someone has gotten your attention and y'all are going back and forth in conversation. But it's hard, in my opinion. It looks weird to approach a woman sitting there eating. It's like almost you're disturbing them. So a drink is more approachable than you know, an appetizer. But you can order an appetizer, that's fine, but don't care what the bartender thinks. Just order what you want, ma'am. But I do think it's more approachable just to have a drink until later on in the conversation. Okay, because they cost just as much as regular drinks, if not the same. And they add up too. Okay. They also have non-alcoholic beverages too. Like, I don't think you might like the taste of some of them, but they also have non-alcoholic drinks that cost the same and look like they're alcohol. Okay. These are pretty good. So don't be a placeholder, y'all. If you're not getting gifts for holidays, birthdays, if they forget stuff, they don't think you're worth it, you're a placeholder. Most men that never marry their baby mamas, they don't see them as wife material. And the reason why I say that is because they would have married you by now if they did. Okay. So, placeholder. What if you see them like that? A lot of women see them as placeholders. A lot of women only deal with men for a certain amount of time too. It's better that you know. Better that they know. Well, they probably know because they probably don't care. Most men don't care if they're the placeholder, but women do. Because like women are literally on a clock that men aren't really on. So it matters more as a woman if you're a placeholder than it does for a man. Okay. You said what makes a woman wife material? Whatever that man deems wife material. It's different for each dude. Like to some people, I am not wife material, but to other men, I am. Just depends on what they expect, what they want. It just doesn't matter. Every man is different. Some men don't require you to be a domestic servant in order to wife you. So it just all depends on what wife material is to certain men. And your idea of what wife material is could literally be the opposite idea of what he thinks it is. So y'all should definitely figure that out. And you can save a lot of time just by knowing you might not even be wife material to him. You said, how do you know if you're a placeholder as a girlfriend? If he doesn't talk about a future with you, if he doesn't call you wifey and play, if he corrects people, if they mistake you as their wife or their fiance, if he doesn't like buy you gifts or stuff for holidays, if you haven't really met a lot of his family, if he doesn't, plan things with you as for the future, then you might be the placeholder. Because a lot of times men will want to do more stuff alone rather than with you. A lot if you're a placeholder. If they walk ahead of you a lot, don't want to be seen walking with you, you're a placeholder. If they don't like going out in public with you, you're a placeholder. You don't want to be that. What if you don't want to meet his family? Then he's the placeholder. Okay. Men can be placeholders too. If a woman won't introduce you to her family, you a placeholder. If she don't let you meet her kids yet, if she got kids, you probably a placeholder, or she's scoping you out and doing background checks. If she don't let you know where she lives, or if she won't let you move in with her because you're dusty, definitely a placeholder. These are protein chips, y'all. So, how to answer what do you look for in a guy? Financial abundance, generosity, and financial intelligence. That'll sum everything up. Okay. How do you get back at him if he makes you a placeholder? By getting another man that doesn't see you as a placeholder. That makes way more money. If you think you're a placeholder, you should literally be dating more than one guy anyway. Thank you, Cindy. Okay. He rich from a traditional community. His family took interest in me. They say I want to think about it because of your age. It's high 30, same as the guy. How do I make them swallow up my age? I look great. Well, I don't know how to make someone accept your age. Make him accept it, and he gonna do what he wants. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Tamara. The partner never married and doesn't want to. He is a provider, but he says he got trauma because his parents had ugly divorce. Okay. Well, you're gonna have trauma for never getting married. So where does the trauma cycle end? He's gonna give you trauma because he had trauma. Tell him to suck it up. He's a grown man and move past it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And for Cindy, if your man doesn't make decisions for himself, I don't know why you want to marry him anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A man's supposed to be a man and say, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to have. Period. They ain't got to check with everybody in the family. All right. S. He cheated on you with his coworker. I want to go to his job and show out, cause a scene. We were together 12 years and he is a true dusty. Should I? First of all, you gonna go up there and make it a fool of yourself, not just for him cheating on you, but for you even being with a dusty for 12 years. I would be too embarrassed to even go claim that in public. That's number one. So stay home and take all that energy and go in there, do a facial, wash your hair, comb your hair, fix your hair, do your makeup, find you a cute dress, and go out and take that frustration out on finding a rich one. Okay? Don't go up to his job cause a scene like a ratchet pygmy should. Okay? It's your fault you was with him for 12 years, man. He's dusty. Okay? Accept your role in the game. Accept your responsibility for putting up with him for 12 years. Take all that anger and frustration and go find one with more money. Okay? Thank you, girl. Because S, he's not going to change. And no matter what you do, he's going to even be more dusty if he loses his job. So you might as well just zip it up, level up, and go find another one on the side. and get your money while he's doing what he do. Cut him off in the bedroom, and then smoothly make a transition to replace him whenever you're ready. Thank you, Jalissa, for the super sticker. Because I wouldn't even be claiming no Dusty being with him for 12 years. I'm done. Don't tell nobody that. Kuan Yin, sprinkle, sprinkle. He said how to get to placeholder to wife material. You got to have the right dude. They got to see you as wife material from the start. Okay. Some, like, men categorize women. You already noticed. They'll sleep with you. They'll be your girl. That's girlfriend. That's one night stand, and that's wifey. You got to be wifey from the start. And when I say that, I mean you can't look like you're disposable. That's number one. You got to look like you have plenty of options worth more than him, and that you are not disposable and you're the prize. And you have to know your worth. You can't be easily tricked. Wifey is someone who wants a man who wants them to raise their children, which means they got common sense. They have different types of, thinking rather than just one night stand. They want to know what your plans are they want to know more about you than just some chick that's looking for abs. They don't normally just go for looks. They go for more. Why would a guy that ghosted you come back? Because you let him, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did you charge him? You charge him, he might not come back again. So you got to get something out of him. Men ghost women all the time because they get someone else. Their wife comes back. They get back to their girlfriend, and then they make the whole circle again. To all the women they ghost when one comes back that they couldn't have. So that's why you need a roster, man. So you won't even realize you were ghosted half the time these dudes come back around because you'd be too busy with the other ones. Okay. Back in the old days, we didn't really care if people ghosted. We was dating more than one anyway. It's like on to the next. Who cares? You know why? Let me tell y'all why. Because back in the old days, we didn't have cell phones. Barely. We might have had some pagers or some sidekicks. We didn't have no cell phone. Not everybody had a cell phone. So people are out doing what they do. And most people had a roster back in them days. Why? Because it was too hard to get a hold of people unless they was at home all the time. And most people was not at home all the time. So you didn't even know you was ghosted for like a week or two because they'll just be like, well, I tried to call you, but you wasn't home. Then they came out with caller ID. Oh, well, I had to call from a different number. And the lives kept going until they had just met somebody else and just said, oh, well, forget it. I forgot what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Back in the old days, people didn't care about being ghosted so much because we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have constant communication. We didn't have text me good morning every morning. We didn't have put your location and share it with me. We didn't have all that. So we weren't as attached to these dudes as y'all are. Y'all are literally attached via technology. And that's why y'all have so many issues. Out back in them old days, we didn't care. We was already on to the next one while we were still on the last one. Sprinkle. Oh, Reagan Thomas. Okay, you're 20. You have been with your boyfriend for 2 years. He wants to be a rapper. Oh my gosh. But I want a wealthy man as I get older. Girl, bye. Hurry up and leave now. Leave yesterday. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, leave yesterday. Leave yesterday. Or the day before yesterday if you can. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I can't believe women still fall for that. I'm sorry, but he needs to become a rapper and then go get the women. Not in the wrong order. Thank you, Shelly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to level up if you don't have a job. Find somebody with a job to help you level up. Make a job. Okay. Make a job or find somebody with a job. Back in the old days, people made jobs. Nobody hire you. You can't go to work. You can't get to work. Make a job. I remember back in the old days, people used to make stuff and sell it. Offer services. Babysit your kids. Make bowls and candles. You know what I'm saying? Make a job, man. Make a job. Okay. You said back in the days you used to say sell Avon and Mary Kay. Thank you, Tiffany. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you get 50-50 boyfriend to pay all the bills? By telling him that he, as a man, I don't know how old he is, because some of y'all be dating guys that look better than you and the same age as you. That ain't never gonna happen unless he loves you 10 times more. If he's not the same age as you and he don't look as good as you should be more than happy to pay them bills to keep you. All right. So I don't really help people that are dating men that look better than them or close to the same age as them, because they think that you're their competition. And if y'all are going to live together, it's only fair that you pay half, because he sees you as his equal and his competition, not his woman, not the one he's going to provide for. Because if that were the case, he would never ask you to go 50-50 in the first place. I always say test a man to see if he really loves you by telling him you can't pay the bills no more, and see what he do. If all you are is half the rent to him, then he will let you know that by dismissing you or breaking up with you. Or he'll make a job, find a way, get a second stream of income to keep you. But a lot of y'all will be asking too much of these dudes that are very young and could just go out and replace you because they're more attractive than you. So I don't know what your situation is, but if your man look better than you, I wouldn't even open my mouth to ask. I'd go find me a side piece and get my money, move out, and have my own stuff and somebody else paying for it. Okay. You said, what if he's rushing you to get a job? I wouldn't be with him. If any man is rushing me to get a job, that's not my man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What is he, your pimp? Hurry up, go and get a job and bring me the money. No thanks. If you think about it, it's literally pimping. If you sit in the house with a grown, able-bodied man, sleeping with him, and he sends you out to work and bring half the money home, that's a pimp. And y'all call us, oh, that's just prostitution. No, ma'am. You got a pimp at home. If you paying half the bills, you got a pimp. We get all the money. Y'all didn't think about it like that. If your man say have their money at rent time else, you gotta have my money, then ma'am, that sounds like a pimp to me. Okay, at rent time around here, ain't nobody asking me for no money. All right. Ain't nobody that to get mad and call me out my name and scream and start yelling and kicking me out because I ain't got no money at bill pay time or by the end of the week. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think y'all need to rethink what y'all really doing out there. Okay, I'm not gonna eat no more of these chips because I think I got my protein. I said, if you already slept with a man, how do you keep the chasing going? By letting him know that that wasn't satisfactory to you and that he'll keep trying again. Most men, if they don't think they did nothing for you and you don't, they gonna want another chance to try again, so they gotta chase a little bit. So if you make it seem like it wasn't all that and you don't chase him and you're like, not really caring if he calls or not, that means it was like not so good. So when you act like it wasn't so good, they'll usually start to chase again. They'll be like, what are you doing? It's more for their own ego. Hold on there. It's more for their own ego than anything. But once they start chasing again, you got to make them spend money again. So make them spend money again, man. Start the whole process over. Make it seem like you're interested in maybe pursuing that type of relationship again, but in due time. Best freestyling tips during weekday. You have whole Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. During the weekday, dress cute, classy cute, depending on where you're going. Okay. Classy cute is always the best because you can pretty much fit in anywhere. Okay. In any place. So classy cute. It depends on how early you're going. You could start off, at a shopping center. You could go run your errands over there, go to the grocery store. You don't really have to buy nothing. You can just like walk around and buy something small. You could go to like I don't know if you're gonna get like memberships and stuff on that side of town, like you go to the rich side of town, but maybe you can go look around some places that offer memberships. Let's like go on a tour to like a gym, or you could do like walk around a nice area where they have a park, where people run and jog and stuff. You could do that. Or you could walk around the shopping centers over there, which is much better if you like that sort of thing. Then they have like little cafes and restaurants and shopping centers and stuff like that to go to. And it's easy because you'll just like run into normal people and they'll just talk to you and say hi, and it's just normal. Okay. You said women do chase men their type. I know that for a fact. Well, I don't know if women chase men if they're their type. I think if they're chasing a man that's their type, I feel like a lot of women don't realize that most women's type, the men don't see the woman as their type. So if you're chasing a man because they're your type, most likely you're not their type. So waste of time. Don't even bother. Because they'd be chasing you if it were the other way around. So I always tell women, don't go for your type. Don't go for your type. Go for a man who says you're his type. That way you already know he's going to chase and spin. All right. So think about this. Think about your type as a woman. Close your eyes and think about your type. Smile. You see him, right? Now reverse that and pretend a man saw you like that. Wouldn't he chase? Wouldn't he spin? Wouldn't he do whatever? Wouldn't he? Yeah. You don't go for your type. Your type is paid. Only go for paid. Don't go for your type visually. Because every time women go for their type, they look stupid. Okay? They look stupid because they are going for looks. Go for money. So your type should be a provider. Exactly. And it's so much easier for women to do this than it is for men. So we need to take advantage of it. It's so much easier for a woman not to have an attractive husband or boyfriend or partner, but a man is expected to. You see why we have the advantage? So stop reversing it and use what you have to your advantage. Okay. Mhm. All right. You said females was calling him all weekend. And that's exactly what I mean. Like y'all call each other females. That's just pertaining to what's in between your legs. You don't even see them as a person after that. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like people don't realize when they call another woman a female, you're just calling them according to their sex. You're not calling them a woman. You're not calling them a human. You're not calling them a person. They're a sex organ when you call them a female. So that's why men call women that, and women just started calling other women that because they heard the men call them that, and they didn't even think about exactly what it meant. So your value has now been downgraded to just a sex organ, especially when a man calls you that, and when women call themselves that. You know, it's less derogatory to call a woman a hoe than it is a female. Why? Because one get paid and she got free will. Other one just sound like a object that only has one purpose. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. And it's very ghetto. It's very ghetto. just so you know. It is. Like if you think about it, if you ever hear people talking, you don't ever hear intelligent people saying the name or the word female when referring to a woman. Never ever hear it unless they're talking about their sex. So cut it out of your vocabulary. It's very low class, and people can tell that you're ghetto from a mile away if you use the word female in your vocabulary, unless you're literally describing someone's sex. I'm just trying to let y'all know because some of y'all don't know. Nobody told y'all. Okay. You said female is a beautiful word. People just don't use it correct. Exactly. Unless you're talking about the literal sex organ or the sex of a person. Don't describe a woman like that. Just say lady, woman, whatever. Thank you, Melanin Slay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You applied my advice to a friendship you had with a man. Turns out he was secret competition with me. I think he can't live in his truth. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's true. Most men are secret competition with you, especially if they're the same age or you're successful. Okay. You said, how long do we give them to introduce us to his family and friends? Um, if a man is serious about you and he's proud of you, he's gonna want to introduce you when he feels like it's serious, when he feels like you're gonna be there for a while. So when a man doesn't introduce you to his family after maybe a couple of months, you're a placeholder. Because usually they know after like a couple of weeks they know, but just to be sure that you're sure, they might wait a few months before they introduce you to the family. If they know, they'll introduce you sooner, unless they're just trying to get in your pants. They introduce every woman to their family, then that's like you'll be able to tell if they introduce a lot of women to the family. But usually if they don't want you to get the wrong idea with the relationship, they're not going to introduce you to their family. They may talk about their family with you, but they'll never introduce you, or it'll take you a lot longer to get to meet them. Okay. And like personally, I don't really care about meeting family because most of the time, uh, you know, those guys are placeholders to the women anyway. If they're on a roster, that is. Like I hear a lot of women who have rosters saying, "I don't want to meet his family, but he want me to meet his family." So a lot of women don't want to meet people's family, and some do. So if you take advice from the ones who don't want to meet the family, but the man is trying to introduce them to the family, you'll know that they're not desperate. They're not giving off desperation, and they're giving off, you know, you're just the placeholder type energy. So when a man doesn't want a woman to be a placeholder, he's going to try to make sure she feels like she's not a placeholder by wanting to introduce to the family, by wanting to, talk about the future, by wanting to have a commitment and all that kind of stuff. But If they're not introducing you in a couple of months at the most, then they probably don't want to. You're just a placeholder. Okay, thank you, Jim Jaden. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, the wealthy gyms are 300 a month, and the social private member clubs are 2,000 annually. Which should I pick? Okay, okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. 2,000 a year is not bad because if you do the math, it's cheaper. Let's do the math just in case I'm not. Let's see, 3,000 or 300 times 12. It's $3,600. So it's cheaper to get the 2,000 annually. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And you're probably going to have more of a social interaction with the private member club. Okay. You said women often talk about feeling invisible past a certain age. What would you advise those women? What would you advise women heading towards the invisible? Girl, wigs, makeup, the same thing the young women be doing, keep doing it. Okay. Because the only reason women become invisible is because they stop doing the most. They start, like I seen it today. Beautiful woman I saw. Stop caring about herself. Just throw on some ugly crap and put her hair back in a ponytail, no makeup. She's invisible. Okay. I walk in there. I know she's younger than me. I walk up in there and all eyes on me, baby. Why? Because I don't forget about myself. Usually when people come invisible, they forgot about themselves. They forgot that they existed. That's why they start becoming invisible, because they forgot they existed. There's no fear in becoming invisible. If you forget yourself, then remember who you are. All right. I always look at women who don't make time for themselves, and I wonder if it's a choice or if they just don't have time. Because a lot of them look like they got the time, they just don't care. Now, oh, Vanna, sprinkle, sprinkle. I saved you from a dusty you met online. After 3 weeks, he wanted me to move to his house and help him pay utilities to help him spend more time with me. You blocked him and saw the signs. No more dust. Okay, Vanna, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, girl. He was looking for help, not no woman. Okay. Well, I'm glad you spotted the dust and did not fall for the okie doke. Thank you, girl. And I'm glad that I could save you from the dust. Okay. What if you find out he has a placeholder that he's using her for help to build him, doesn't make you pay for anything? He's older than me and he is the placeholder. That sounds about right. Everybody, somebody placeholder. They just need to know where their place is and who they holding it for. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because that sounds about right. As long as you're getting what you want, I think it's fine, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said I should be more affectionate. What are other ways to show affection without being physical? Girl, that's what affection means. You mean like without doing the do? You can hold his hand. Oh, girl, hold his hand and look at his eyes. That's good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you stay a placeholder to get your bills paid? Yes, because a lot of times women don't know they're the placeholder. If you know you're a placeholder, then you can make other plans and you can multitask and do other things. Some women don't know they're the placeholder and they put all their eggs in one basket, and that's the bad thing. So if you know you're the placeholder, then take advantage of the situation and understand what needs to be done. Date other guys, save your money, start a business. Make sure you're not investing emotionally into that person. Okay. Or break up so that you don't have false hope. Unless he is providing, then keep that money coming in while you look elsewhere. Mm-hmm. He said he's a divorced man and says it's better to be single and lonely and take no responsibility for anything. Okay, well, that sounds like a man who gave up on life. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sounds like a man who doesn't want any responsibilities. So honestly, he's a placeholder for you too. Thank you, Naya. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, you met a provider man who wants to move you in. How long should you wait before you let him? Please help. Da, da, da. Okay. Make sure he gives you enough money. I always say this every time I get the same question. Make sure he gives you enough money in your savings so that you can move out at any time you want and get an apartment or wherever, furnish it and everything. Make sure you have that money in your bank account from him. Or make sure he gives you enough money to start you a business so that you don't literally depend on him for uh, keeping you hostage if you don't want to be there no more. That means he may pay all the bills. You may not have to work, but you need some security in your bank account from him if you're going to move in. He's literally taking you off the market. It's harder to have a roster when you living with him. So if he's not down on one knee proposing, giving you credit cards and monthly allowances and all that stuff, you don't need to be moving with him anyway if you're not earning anything. If you're not earning money, if you're not stacking, if he's not giving you allowance every month, if you're not getting anything in return but free room and board, I don't think it's a good idea. And before you do move in, get enough money to be able to move out if you have to. And just tell them that you feel safer that way. That way he don't act fool once you get up in there. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because I've had so many women say, oh, I moved in with him and now I can't leave and da 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 da. Girl, make sure you have money to leave before you even move in. Get it from another man if you that desperate to move in with him, but he should be the one giving it to you. Okay. I'm not saying you're desperate. I'm just saying you need that money before you move in. And first and last month's rent, ma'am. Plus furnishings. He could pay it a little bit at a time, and he could pay half up front and half when you move in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, when is it acceptable being a placeholder? When you know it and he's a placeholder too. For example, when you're in high school and college, that's usually y'all's placeholders. When usually in a relationship where one person doesn't know they're a placeholder, it's usually the woman who's being used as a Barbara the Builder. So if you're paying to live with a grown, able-bodied man, you're a placeholder. Just understand that. You're not really their type. They're probably out looking at other women, trying to talk to other women, give other women the number. Because if you were their dream woman or the woman that they really wanted and couldn't live without, they would not make you be paying for stuff. Okay. Mm. You said, isn't every woman a placeholder? Don't mean men aren't going to cheat. It means that they're not going to marry you. They're not going to commit to you. They're not going to give you anything that you're trying to have in this world. They're not going to be doing the most for you. Now, a man can cheat and you could be the one. They could do everything for you. They still going to cheat, but they'll cheat more and be out there looking more if you are the placeholder, and they won't feel bad about it, and they don't care if they get caught, and they're not going to be paying for your forgiveness. So when a lot of women say, well, my man said he ain't gonna pay for for the forgiveness because I caught him cheating, that means you're the placeholder. He don't care. He probably want to get caught eventually. Oh, thank you, honey. You said never freestyle if desperate, but what if I'm in a bad place financially and really need money? What should I do? Make a job. And here's my thing, honey, sprinkle, sprinkle. Make a job and stop spending money that you don't have. That's number one. And you shouldn't be out freestyling if you are in a financial bad spot. You should be figuring that out. Whether it's making a job, selling your stuff on Poshmark or something. Because I think a lot of women don't realize if your priorities are totally out of order, it's a literal turnoff to men. Like our priorities got to be in order too, ma'am. We gotta handle business. Okay, don't go out desperate and in need. Thank you, Shasha. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 25. Boyfriend is 35. We are 3 years together, and he went back to his country last year. I found out that he had 1 kid, but not married. He gave me business, still paying my rent. What should I ask more? Girl, whatever you want. Seems like he got the money to pay. But whatever you want to ask. Another business, some jewelry, some cash, whatever. Keep asking for more. Make sure you're living the life you want. Because he surely is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, V, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you don't take meeting the family anymore seriously? Yeah. If you can tell if they bring a lot of girls around family, they'll give you this look. Y'all know the look? Uh-oh. Thank you, Tanya or Tanya. Could you go to dinner by yourself? How does that look? Sit at the bar. Looks fine. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just sit at the bar and have them serve you at the bar or in the bar area. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Most single guys or older guys or widows or widowers, I'm sorry, will sit at the bar. And those divorced widowers or single men will have dinner at the bar. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you know the look. The look of them rolling your eyes, not making eye contact, not really caring what your name is. Trying to hurry up and get through the introduction. The very nonchalant, nice to meet you. Okay, so you know. You said, what if there is no bar? Then you're just there for the food, man. Don't worry about men. You know what I'm saying? Just go eat. That's what you're there to do. Mm-hmm. You said, can a placeholder become wifey material? She already is wifey material to some other man. Not to the one she's with, though. Because he would have already told her or already treated her like that. Wife material is different for each person. For each man, it's a different definition. Okay. If you were wife material, he would have known after 1 or 2 weeks. You're a placeholder. You can't become wife material to a man who sees you as placeholder only. You're never going to be the one. So stop trying to force it. I keep trying to tell ladies is don't force it. That's why you in the predicament you in now as a placeholder, because you keep trying to push your way somewhere that you don't belong. And they're always going to remind you of it every chance they get if they didn't choose you. Oh, thank you, Lancy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He owns a laser tattoo removal and he asked to date. He offered to do all your sessions for free and slipped 100 in my purse at the last visit. How to get more out of him next session in 2 weeks. Okay. He owns a laser tattoo removal shop. Okay, let's see how much they make. I'm gonna use my, search for how much do laser removal shop make a year. Okay, they make between 100 and 500,000 per year, depending on the location. Da, da, da. Okay, so $100 and free laser removal. I think you could get a little submodel. Sprinkle. Make sure he ain't married, got no girlfriend and kids. Unless you're going to be the side piece. Sprinkle. All right. That sounds legit. Go for it. Get some money. Y'all don't know how to use them search bars in the right way. I get right on it. I don't even have the voice thing on. I could just literally text that in because I don't want nobody listening to what I'm looking up. Sprinkle. Okay. How do you ask for Valentine's jewelry? Send them links of the stuff that you want to their messenger or email. And you can say, I know you're getting me something special for Valentine's Day, but if you needed any hints or help, I like stuff like this or this. But send them links. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not begging if you're worth it, ma'am. It's literally giving them a chance to continue to date you after Valentine's Day. Okay. See, women that know their value don't look at it as asking for something or begging. It's expected. That's the high standards that we talk about. If you're going to date a woman and let Valentine's Day pass without buying her something nice, then you're probably going to risk losing her. Thank you, Anna. Sprinkle. Thank you, Super Sticker. Or for the Super Sticker, Miss Anna. Okay. You said, that's what I did. Okay, Miss Nan. That's because, like, men don't realize a woman's value until they lost her. Unless they know it from the start or from a past mistake. They're going to figure it out once you know, enforce your standards. All right. If your birthday is on Valentine's Day, you get 2 gifts or more. Okay. So you've been listening and applying your advice. Thank you, Miss Nan. Okay. Unless you celebrate the birthday before or after, but you're still going to get 2 celebrations. Okay. So if you're worried about being a placeholder, then you gotta act like the main character. You gotta act like your wife material, according to what their definition of wife material is, if you want them particularly. So some women, like I said, their definition of what wife material is don't even match up with the man that they're dating definition of wife material. So that ain't never gonna work anyway. And a lot of the times, if you ask a man to describe what wife material is, he's just going to be sneaky and describe you so that you can continue to hold the place. Okay. But you can get around that by describing husband material. And if he acts the opposite way, doesn't act the way that you seek in a husband, you are literally the placeholder and he told you a lie. So when you ask whoever you're with, what's your definition of wife material? And then you tell him your definition of wife material. If y'all don't come to a compromise or an agreement, y'all are both placeholders. All right. And vice versa. Mm-hmm. You said women were traumatized to care what men think, Emmy. I would. I just don't care. Thank you, Lancy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Quickest way to get 10K for tuition. Need ideas. Um, Find you a rich millionaire and ask him and cry. But make sure you look 10 times better than him. Okay? Go to the rich side of town, go to the Bentley dealership, go to the do something, man. Mm-hmm. You said what? Okay. When you're a placeholder or both, call, don't expect nothing. Exactly. Let me ask y'all a question, them college ladies. How can you even enroll in school if you don't have the money to pay? I would I would have a business by now. 10K, I could have 10 businesses with uh tuition for 4 years and be making millions of dollars by the time y'all graduate. What y'all is doing? Girl, I'm sorry. I see money and I'll just make it flip and triple and double it and invest it and start businesses and do stuff with it. I'm not getting ready to sit there and sit in no classroom and pay people all that money and come out looking for a job. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a business. Or you better have a scholarship or go to community college, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because I'm not getting ready to sit here and struggle for no piece of paper unless it's got Benjamin Franklin's on it. And I can do that on my own. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Luckily, I don't have to struggle because I started businesses. Get you a business. Go to community college and start you a business. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can enroll back in the last year to get your diploma from the university. That sounds smart to me. Mm-hmm. Go to community college for 3 years and then get the last year at the university you want on your diploma. And take 2 courses to complete it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get all the rest elsewhere. Y'all doing too much. It is easy to start a business. You just have to think. Let me tell y'all something. I'll tell you, hold on. Your phase 1 elixir candidate. Thank you for ordering it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't take it at night. All right. You can use it with pheromones too. They don't have nothing to do with each other. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So let me tell y'all, it's so easy to start a business because all you gotta do is get online, get you an Etsy or a Shopify. That's literally it. Buy inventory for super cheap from those wholesale places online. You can either have it shipped to your house and you can ship the stuff out to the customers yourself, or you can pay a drop shipper to do it, or you can send it to Amazon and pay them to do it. It's literally that easy. It's easier than finding a job. It's easier than start sending out your resumes and going on interview after interview. It's easier than a lot of stuff. You literally just make money in your sleep, or you get a bunch of those, or a few of them. You know, you know how many people make a lot of money? As I see them all on TikTok and live, they go shopping for a living. They go thrifting. They take all designer clothes that they find and they go and sell it on Poshmark or any of those type of stores, and they make triple and double the money. So let's say they find a polo shirt at the thrift shop and for $5, they'll go sell it for 20 plus shipping. And once they make their quota, for the month, all their bills are paid. That's just one stream of income. That's just one. If they have a drop ship company or a boutique company on the same shop, because this is how I started. You can sell makeup brushes, you can sell lashes, you can sell all that stuff. And if you do a little discount code or have a little TikTok shop and advertise it yourself, you can literally make a lot of money. It's easier for me. And then you can go do whatever you want after that because you get all the profits or most of the profits. So, for example, if you buy something for $2 and you sell it for 10 or 15, and then you ship it out, you get all the rest of that money. That's your own money. So the amount of money, like let's say a designer purse costs, you can get a giant box of inventory for your business: lashes, nails, makeup, hair, whatever, wholesale. And you can quadruple that money. So let's say you spend $1,000 on inventory instead of buying a purse, right? You will make $4,000 if you buy inventory and sell it. Okay, 4,000 just for that. If you spend 2,000, you're making 8,000. But you got to push the product. You got to put it in other people's hands that are going to push it, or you got to put it in an area where the demand is high. Okay. So if you can literally make, I don't know if that's a lot to y'all, but I guess for a youngster, $10,000 a month just on either drop ship or like whatever type of Shopify store you have. Imagine if you had 3 or 4. See? So it's easier to do your research to figure out stuff like this than to go spend a lot of money on a piece of paper where they're going to pay you a fraction of that. A fraction. And you don't call your own shots, and you got to be there at a certain time. Da, 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 da. I believe in being an entrepreneur first and foremost because you get tired of working for other people. You're not free. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, if your calling is to do a certain profession and that's what you want to do, that's your passion, then it doesn't even matter. But to some people, work is just work. If you're just getting a degree to work, then it really doesn't matter what you do, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. But I don't disagree on women getting degrees because we do need women representation in certain, fields. So to some people, that's their calling. They're not going to start a business. They're going to do what their calling is to do. So my calling is not that. That's why I have other ways that I can teach people and also have several streams of income, because my calling isn't to be a nurse. My calling isn't to be a doctor. My calling is not to be any of those types of jobs. So my calling is to do exactly what I'm doing. Okay. But still, if you need extra money, make a job because it's too easy with the internet these days. No one should be broke if they have the internet. Just saying. You said you used to be less politically correct. I still am. You just caught me on a nice day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Also, like, if y'all stop calling yourselves broke, that's number one. I don't even remember ever calling myself broke, ever. And not because I was, where I am today, but I would never speak that upon myself. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like no matter what, I already knew stuff was gonna get paid for wherever I walked. Everything was just going to work out. That was my attitude, and that's usually what happened. I just walked around and stuff was free. They let you in, cut the line, hear your drinks, pay for your food. Just, somebody just give you some money for no reason. Here you go. Thank you. Somebody will offer to pay for take you shopping. And this doesn't have to be men. It could be literally anybody. It could be a family member say, hey, you want to go to the store? And then they buy you something. It could literally be like, hey, you hungry? I'm going to get something to eat. You want to go? Sure. But, always know that there's a way that you're going to get whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Lanice. Okay. There's a lady who wants to give you her hair salon and run it, but it's not my passion to do hair. Okay, well, hire somebody to do hair and just collect the money from the people that you rent out booths to. Most people that own hair salons don't even do hair. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The other people do, and they just collect their money. So if you have like 7 or 8 booths, you rent them out to different hairdressers, and they pay you every month. And you can also sell different products in the hair salon. You can sell hair products. You can go and buy them really cheap and up the price and sell makeup, hair products, whatever, gifts. Okay, you could even have another service being provided in the hair salon. Y'all be thinking too narrow. Okay. You can literally hold beauty or spa nights where people rent out your salon and do bachelorette, bridal parties where, you know, and stuff like that. You can have a makeup artist section on the side where people get their hair done and sell the makeup. That's why I'm telling you, I know how to get paid. I don't like working for people, and I don't like thinking inside of the box. You give me $1, I'm gonna make $1,000,000. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Alex Chambers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where can I go freestyling now? It's in Pittsburgh. Girl, I don't never been to no Pittsburgh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all are in Pittsburgh, y'all let this okay, y'all let Alex know, because I don't know if you're a man or a woman. So y'all let Alex know where to go. Freestyle. Yes. So see the potential of a hair salon, not just doing hair. When I hear the word hair salon, I see everything else except hair. I see people doing hair and paying me to rent a booth, and I see so much more. Okay. Thank you. Girl, take that hair salon and make it do what it do. And also depend on what type of hair salon you got. What side of town is it on? Because you can make a lot of money if it's on certain sides of town with certain things that you offer, certain services and products. You said flower arrangements. Do you think it's profitable? It depends. There's so much competition out there for flower arrangements. There's so many florists. You got 1-800-Flowers. So maybe if you sign up with a company like 1-800-Flowers and deliver to the local areas, like get a contract or something with a huge floral, business, you could probably start off by making some money like that, unless you come up with something entirely unique to where your special design you can only get in one place, and you've patented it or copywritten or do something so people can't really copy it, but people find a way anyway. But definitely find a way to, get the most money out of it as you can by leveling up the products, the materials, and the uniqueness of it. Someone says Sir Champagne. Monetize a natural talent. Yes, if you can play an instrument, you can make a lot of money, especially around the holidays or at restaurants, like that have live music or want some type of classical music being played while people dine, or you can play in, different places or charity events. People will definitely hire you. So if you have a musical instrument that you know how to play well, that's kind of, a classic instrument, you can get paid too. Thank you, Alex Chambers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A girl, and I mean just anywhere in general. Oh, you're a girl. Okay. I don't know. I don't live in Pittsburgh, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But in general, I would definitely go to the rich side of town. Ask around or ask someone like a bartender or at the hotel that you're staying in. What are the hot spots where all the rich people go? The women know. Just ask a woman that works at the hotel where to go, and she'll tell you. Find someone that's close to your own age, or just Google it. Okay. Thank you, Alex. I think so many people get used to, you know, not thinking outside the box because they've been trained to just work and follow orders that they forgot they can do so much more than that. Thank you, Dark Oracle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Business ideas for occultists. Girl, anything, whatever you could think of, you could make money off of it. Sprinkle, sprinkle, anything. Like, look, this person made me a mermaid pin out of leather. This is very occulty. This is expensive. It looked like she just went to like the craft store and got some leather, cut it, spray painted it, made a magical pin, and probably sold it for 20 times for what she paid for the materials. I don't know. Um, I would literally, I like to sell objects. You can buy a drop ship company that sells occult uh, items, like I have one. You could do readings like I'd have in the past. Yep. You can design stuff, jewelry, pendulums. You can do a lot of stuff. Like, that was one of my first businesses. Uh, I did design pendulums and sold them on Etsy, and they had themes to them. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I had different color ones, themes. So, and the materials are cheap. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's one of my businesses. Any outside the box ideas for a restaurant owner? I own a small takeout spot that I would like to make the most out of. Okay. In Jolie, Hassan, sprinkle, sprinkle. Music, live music. So people will come in if you have like a theme night, like a live music night. Even if it's just one or two people with an instrument, you could still call that live music, and get you an online like advertisement or like an Instagram or a TikTok, and advertise it by filming the live musicians. Okay. I don't know what kind of restaurant you have, if it's just takeout. Okay. Then you can also like, sorry. You could host cooking classes during the daytime or when it's not busy. Um, or after hours, you can do private cooking lessons as like date night thing. Or you can rent your kitchen out to a whole nother person that does like you do a ghost kitchen for a whole nother business and they'll pay you. Someone said karaoke night. Hmm. Okay. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button and I went off for a second, but yeah. Karaoke night, private cooking lessons after hour. You could do like couples cooking lessons like for date nights. Charge them a certain amount of money and maybe do it once or twice to see how it goes. Um, but for safety reasons, um, don't let too many people handle knives. Like have all the stuff pre-cooked. I mean, not pre-cooked, but pre-chopped or buy it already chopped from the store. So I don't have to be like, oh, I cut my finger. Okay. Drop shipping is something that you need to look up online to figure it out because when we had questions, we went to the internet and we typed in the question and the internet gave us the answer. We didn't just use it for scrolling on TikTok. We actually used it to figure out stuff and to make it do what it do. I didn't know what drop shipping was either until I looked it up. Just tell y'all. Okay. And this was literally, how things get done. You just got to do the research. You said don't be dumb with a smartphone. Exactly. You said a guy you're talking to sent you 300 when you were fighting, but he asked for it back. I said no, but I forgive him. Then he wouldn't answer my calls barely. Now he barely talking to girl. Keep the $300 and move on. That's not the kind of man you want. He sounds broke, not very generous, and he sounds like someone that gives to take. Mm-mm. If he mad over $300, he ain't the one, baby. You say he provides for you but gives you little to no attention. Be grateful and find something to do that's worth your while. You're a placeholder. Just get the money, man. Some men don't feel like they have to spend a lot of attention on a woman. A woman feels like they need too much attention. How much is enough? You know, I don't know. Has he been married before? If he's been married before, if he's much older, they don't want to do too much because they've already lived life. They've already, you know, done all the rigmarole. Sometimes they don't want to smother you either. Or sometimes they have other women if y'all don't live together. But I could never be the type of woman that looks for attention from a man because you can get it from another man or somewhere else. Or, you know, you can fill your time with doing something much more meaningful than looking for attention from whoever. Okay. Yes. I had my makeup done earlier today. Miss Presley Clark. Presley Clark did my makeup. She's a makeup artist. And I do have her Instagram linked in the description bar. It's like the first link. If y'all are interested, definitely go follow her. She does a lot of makeup for pageants like Miss Texas, Miss USA. Um, she said she did the Louis Vuitton show, fashion show. She travels a lot. She does a lot of brides and stuff like that. So she did my makeup today. We did a little collab on TikTok, and she's really good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said for your businesses, did you go the legal route to get LLCs? Yeah, I had my accountant do that. They're just hire an accountant once it gets to that level. Yes. It's really easy to do. All you got to do is fill out an application online. Hmm. It's probably more complicated to fill out an online dating profile than it is to apply for an LLC. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Y'all, especially y'all people that are on social media, it's easier to fill out a form to get an LLC than it is to edit a video with sound and special effects. Okay. Just let y'all know it's easy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Anyway, don't be a placeholder. That was the topic of the video. Who thinks they're a placeholder and why? Let me see in the comments. Because I know some of y'all know that you are. And hoping, that at least if you know, you don't take the relationship as seriously as some people would. But think about this. If you're very young, it's okay to be a placeholder because nobody's trying to get married at such a very, very young age. So it's okay to be a placeholder if you're very young, still in college, straight out of high school, very young. Y'all are supposed to figure out what you want and what you don't want by dating people. So if you're a placeholder in your young 20s, that's not a big deal. Most men ain't trying to get married in their 20s anyway. But if you're in your late 20s and 30s and you're still holding on as a placeholder, you're wasting your time. Okay? Because a man can hold on for longer than a woman. A man can hold on until he's 45 before he decides he want to settle down. By then, your eggs might be dried up. Or, you know what I'm saying? Are you manifesting anything on Valentine's Day? More money, happiness, more money, and happy family. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what I'm always manifesting. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you're a placeholder. You was saying earlier this man gives you money, but he won't take you on dates. Okay. Well, at least you're getting money. Okay. Was a placeholder. You signed a lease and moved out. Okay. 32. Okay. Yeah. You say you're too old for this. Okay. Your story is embarrassing for how I look and my education, just women to women. Okay. Well, you can always work on yourself every day. If you know you're a placeholder, you have room to improve. The first thing to admit is truth to yourself so you can either figure out how to make money off of it, thrive from it, or change it. Okay. Most people lie to themselves and they don't want to see the truth. And if you can't see the truth, you can't get paid off of it or you can't move along. He always said he was too busy. Okay. Too busy with other people, obviously. or not wanting to be with you because like he doesn't see himself with you in the future. But it's okay, because at least you know and you can move on. Mm-hmm. You said you are not teaching biblical womanhood. I was not in the biblical days. Okay. If I was teaching biblical womanhood, y'all would be upset. All right. My first lesson would be there's no Jesus without a Mary. Respect the mother or get out of my way. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See, y'all don't know. I did actual research. It is said that Jesus' grandma was a prostitute and his mama was a witch. She lived in a temple with many priests. They married her off at 12 years old because she was getting too developed to be living with a bunch of priests in the convent. Y'all never read the story of Mary? I suggest you read it. And then they married her off to Joseph, who had sons older than her. He didn't want to marry her because she was too young, but they begged him to take her because she had some type of bloodline. So he took her, but he was a traveling merchant. So he was traveling. He left her at home with his sons. Y'all need to read. You know, I'll be reading. When he came back, she was with child. And she wouldn't tell who got her pregnant. This is the real story. I don't remember. Must have been a miracle. So, marrying a 12-year-old bride, leaving her at home with his family and sons, older than her, traveling merchant, comes back and she's with child. That's the real story. All right. Y'all want to know? Go research it. Go read it. Oh, G Mary, for your businesses, I do lives on TikTok live stream, but want to start live streaming on YouTube. Can I just use my phone? Or yeah, you can use your phone. You can do it the same way you go live on TikTok. YouTube has just recently, I think in the last 2 months, made it so that you can do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep. Where's my book at? Let me get my books together. Oh my goodness. The story of Mary. Hallelujah. Different Mary. All the Marys. Oh my goodness. I don't want to get all the books, but we got all the Marys over here. So y'all can do y'all research if y'all want to. There's another book too. The Story of Mary. Read it before Jesus. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Well, if somebody you married tells you that they were impregnated by God, may you believe them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hope that lie works for you too. But we're not taking any credit away from Mary, but you know, she's very creative in her hypnosis. Okay. You said it was not a lie. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell that lie, see what happens. I can't get pregnant no more. I'm old. But if I was young, I sure would say something like that. Especially when it was illegal to be impregnated by another man while you're married. And while your husband was out of town, I sure would. The women say it all the time. That don't mean they're believed. Okay. Yeah. You said adultery should be illegal. Well, I think it is in some countries or cultures. Yep. You said Dusty in the chat. I know. They ain't got no business staying on, so they in here with the women. How do you ask your guy friend that is into you for 10K? He helps me sometimes paying off debt. Just ask him. Just cry and ask him. Make sure you have on some red lipstick, a red tank top, and some nice perfume before you ask them when you start crying, okay? You said, please don't talk about the Bible. Okay. I wasn't talking about the Bible. I was talking about Mary. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And wear the pheromones. That's right. TL. You said freedom of speech. Yeah. He comes only for business trips to your country. He's married, rich. How can I make him spend and keep spending by cutting sex or what? Yeah. Make him spend and spend and spend if he want anything out of you. Okay. And also, like, don't always be available. Like, make him work for your availability. It's like he's like, I'm gonna be in town. Can I come by? It's like, oh well, I'm gonna be busy that week unless it's worth me changing my plans for. You know, I really wanted to go shopping. I really want to go do this. I need new tires. I need this. I need that. Will you be able to do that for me if I change my plans? So if you act like you have other plans on the week that he's going to visit, you can ask him to do more stuff when he gets there because you're going to cancel the plans that you already have in order to deal with him. So he's going to have to do more because he's taking you away from something else. You see? So you just make up a lie as if you're already going to do something and then make him pay for your time and missing out on whatever it is that you're pretending to miss out on. You said you did that. He waited 1.5 months and changed his schedule. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to benefit as a placeholder wife. Start a business, stack your money, invest, go on trips, go on vacation, do what you want. Because a lot of times, you know, it's literally about the lifestyle and making yourself happy. You don't live for a man, baby. If the man ain't living for you, why are you living for them? Make yourself happy with his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Marquetta. Thank you for the super chat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Examples of placeholders are literally 50-50 women. Barbara the Builder chicks. Any woman that's digging in her purse or her, you know, paying bills that live with a grown man. That's a placeholder for sure. Okay. Let me see. Did I miss a super chat? Hold on. Yeah, I already answered all of them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, people know that they're a placeholder if they're paying to be in the relationship, especially if you're a woman. Men are supposed to provide. Think about this. By nature, men are supposed to provide. So if you're providing or you're paying in that relationship, you're the placeholder. He don't really want you. You there because you're paying. Okay. See, women are naturally nurturers, so they treat these grown men like children. You're supposed to treat children like children, not grown men. A grown man is supposed to provide for the woman. The woman is supposed to nurture the children. Y'all be nurturing the grown man, treating them like children because that's what they act like. And y'all getting it confused. Okay. I saw your chat. It didn't have a question to it. See, look, no question. It's blank. Did you delete the question? Okay. See, it's blank, literally. So it was just the super chat. So sorry. Okay, rich provider says he can only pay $500 a month due to him having to pay luxury taxes and other things. What to do? Okay, $500 a month is nothing. Okay, I think my daughter makes more than that at her high school part-time job. So I wouldn't really call him rich. I would just call another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Call another one, ma'am. Call another one. You can still take the money, but just get you another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, my car note is more than 500. Look, it's money is money. Take the money and don't take him seriously. Just keep collecting and like, okay, well, you know what? Every little bit helps. Thank you. But be seeing other people. You say he only visits 2 to 3 times a year, very rich. How can you make him spend? You got to be smart. You got to tell people what you want, send links, make him spend, do the most. It's like, oh, I was thinking about you the other day when I saw this dress and how cute I would look when we meet each other again. Then send him the link or say, send him a Cash App or a PayPal request or something, child, Venmo, whatever. Tell him to buy the stuff for you. Tell him you was thinking about him when you saw it. See what he does. Mm-hmm. Say your groceries are more than $500. Well, I mean, if he's giving it freely and she could date other people, then why not take it? As long as you ain't got to do nothing for him. Don't lay down with nothing broke. Yeah, I wouldn't even deal with somebody for that little amount. Okay, and he can give it to you, but like that's it. Don't expect nothing. You say I'm shy to ask. Okay, how to overcome this feeling? Okay, make sure you look 10 times better than whoever you're trying to get the money from. That's number one. Number two, understand your value as a woman. Number three, understand men are providers and they can impress women by being providers and very generous. That's how it's supposed to be. So if you're too shy to, have a standard, if you're going to deal with a certain type of men, they're going to have to make it worth your while. So for example, if you were dating an older guy who's not so attractive, they already know that they're going to take you shopping. They already know they're going to have to pay some bills. Because why wouldn't you be with somebody your own age if you didn't want them for a whole nother reason? They already know the game. If you're trying to date a man who looks better than you and your same age, of course, you're not going to want to ask them for anything. They're going to look at you stupid. Go get you an older man you look 10 times better than, and he'll probably give you whatever you want, especially if he has money. Make sure you're dealing with men with money. Okay, it's not letting you post more than that. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I think some words are unable to be typed out, so maybe use different words, but just type it in later on in the comments and I'll see if I can see it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You asked for 10K by text message, only got 2,000. What should I do? Send it a couple of more times. So you didn't get the first one, I said 10K. Girl, you can't, I don't know. I don't even think people could take that much money out of their account on the same day, depending on what type of bank account they have. They literally have to PayPal you and they have to have it in your PayPal. Thank you, Biz. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, I started seeing a millionaire. He literally just wants to keep things casual and is very emotionally attached. How can I flip the script and get what I want from him? Okay. Thank you, Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can tell him, like, tell him this. You know, it's kind of cool to have you as a friend. Friend zone him. Okay. Stop taking stuff casual. He only sees you as casual. So friend zone him. Take it even further than casual and take it back to friend zone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Got a friend zone him, baby. Don't talk about him as if he's special. Friend zone him. And don't always answer his phone calls. Like, make him chase, make him realize your value. You don't need him. You can get him, you need another one. But you literally need to friend zone him, because sometimes men don't feel like that they have to want anything with you because they have so many options. Well, you can have a friend with no benefits, unless them benefits is money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, emotionally attached. Then he needs to be financially attached. Okay, you said he's my provider placeholder. Okay. Well, get your money, man. You said emotionally attached and casual. How does that work? It's literally a psychological technique that men use on women to keep them at an arm's length, but still to rush over when they call at any second, because a woman is a natural nurturer. So if she feels like he's emotionally attached, she's literally going to believe him. So when he calls, she's going to come a running. He needs to be financially attached. Men can't become emotionally attached unless they spend money and invest in a woman. So he lied. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's too old. Okay, he's old and married, but wants to support you financially. But I just want 10K to invest in my business. How can I get it without making him think I will become independent? Lie. Just get the money and tell him what he needs to hear. And then something's going to come up that's going to change the whole situation. And then you go do what you want. All right. Some fake stuff that you make up is going to happen. So then you can go do what you want. But lie to him in the meantime, because, you know, men do it all the time. Just tell him what he needs to hear. And then make up something fake. Aunt Ethel or somebody. Fake Aunt Ethel needs to have an appearance. And then go do what you want. Okay. All right. What? Get some pets and nurture them. Stop nurturing men. That's for they mamas. Exactly. Any tips to quickly detach after accidentally carrying? Ask them for some money. Is a paid trip an investment in me? Depends on where you're going. And if it's to see him, then no. Depends on where you go. Are you going somewhere nice that you picked out to go? Is it somewhere you've always wanted to go? Or is it just coming to visit him? Because if it's just coming to visit him, it don't count. In fact, you need to charge him more because you're actually having to travel. And travel is work, especially if you have to take off time from work, if you have animals you have to board, if you have stuff that you're needing to do and I have to postpone it. No, ma'am. Thank you, Estella. You work in sales at a luxury gym, earn 70K a year, and interact daily with high caliber clients. How can I leverage my position to maximize its potential, connect with suitable partner, and increase my money? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to find a fatty. Find you somebody that got a little chub. Get you a man that's kind of chubby and start flirting with him, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make sure he got money, though. Make sure he got money. Okay. Get you a chubby dude. Okay. You'll thank me later. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Said no hips though. Okay, yeah. Draw the line there. Chubby with chubby pockets. Exactly. Get you a chubby dude. Let's then turn this light off. We don't need it. So all right. You said it's funny to think that your high school boyfriend thinks I'm too old for him now. Well, men start seeing women as old as their pockets. Like honestly. If his pockets ain't old enough to impress you, then he's got to go for younger women. Do you understand? So, you said you women wouldn't last a day in a handsome man's presence. Why would we want to be in a handsome man's presence? We could look at him, but that don't mean we want to be with him. Okay, you're nice looking, you're handsome, but you're not generous. So it's a turn off automatically. If they're not generous, they're ugly. Literally. Like you can be as handsome as you want to be, but if you broke, if you're not generous, you're literally gone from a 10 to a 2. So it doesn't even matter what you look like. You just look like another girl to us. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like literally. When we see handsome men, if they're not trying to spend money, if they're not generous, they just look like a girl. Okay? Just another girl. Literally, get in line, join the team. Uh-oh. Desire. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's just the truth. Once a woman gets to a certain age and she knows her value, she not worried about no man's looks no more. If you're cute, great. If you are generous and cute, great. If you're just cute, you're not attractive if you're not generous. It's literally like a waste. Like so, and a lot of cute men will tell you this. A lot of cute men, like I said, if you go to the broke side of town, you'll see more cute men on the broke side of town than you will on the rich side of town. And there's a reason for that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know it. Go to the broke side of town, go walk around the mall, go walk around the areas over there, and then go to the rich side of town. You're going to see more attractive guys where the income is lower than you will where the income is higher. Because after a certain age, women don't care about looks no more. They care about money. Mm-hmm. It's like you literally just might as well be a girl if you're too handsome. Okay. It's like, oh, it's friend zoned automatically. Friend zoned if you're cute. Okay. What do you say to a guy who wants a phone call? Um, a phone call. Did you meet him online, ma'am? I'm not trying to phone call nobody I met online. Look, meet him in real life and then you know what he's about. And it's not gonna be no problem to talk on the phone to somebody you actually met in person. If you meeting dudes online, that's why you're asking that question. I don't think so. Like I'm not dealing with no like just text them and send them a video talking about this is who I am, this is me. It ain't no AI. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's he gonna do? Talk your ear off? How long have you been talking to him, like in the chat? He's supposed to have asked you out on a date or at least to meet by now. If he wants to see what you sound like in person, just send him one of those voice texts. He said online is not the way. Mm-mm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said you've been with a guy for 4 years and you're 24 and he gets you things that certain things, but nothing you really want. Okay, that does not sound like husband material. That sound like placeholder for sure. You've been dating him since you were 20. It's time to level up and get you somebody with some real money that's going to get you what you want because they want to impress you. I would say date way like a lot older. Get the lifestyle that you want. Like it's going to be way different than dating like a young 20-year-old. You're going to be able to go and do a lot of stuff you can't do. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if you don't want to plan a date or activities? Then he's probably not the kind of dude that plans dates and activities. Tell him you'll plan it all and for him to give you his credit card and you'll do the plans. Bet you he'll make some plans then. Thank you, Vanessa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can I tell men you have a grown child that is a lawyer? I am 50 and I don't want to look like an old maid. Okay. Um, I would say maybe after a couple of dates, you can tell them that because they're trying to get to know you. They don't care about your children. They're trying to get to know you. All right. So remember, it's important that when you're dating to let them get to know you as a person first. The other information is added bonuses to unveil the mystery as you continue to date. So it doesn't really matter because you're 50. So keep it interesting and keep it about you. Okay. Oh, Valerie, sprinkle, sprinkle. He's intelligent and is a provider. You're worried that as time goes on, he will think I'm not smart enough to engage in conversations. He is just so smart. Well, then, ma'am, Valerie, read books, baby. Read books, books, books. I got a whole bunch of books, girl. And I don't even have nobody to talk to about the stuff I be reading. So read it for yourself. Okay. We got the opposite problem. Thank you, user something something. You're insecure about your feet. They look like last piece from McDonald's French fries. How do you not care? I never accepted pedicure dates or travel because of that girl. Okay, so your toes are throwing gang signs and they're crusty. Okay. go to the spa and get your feet done. All right. Invest in your feet. Like, do it for like 2 months straight and get your feet in order because it may take you 2, 3 times. Okay. So go to the place and get your pedicure about 2 or 3 times. Go every 2 weeks until your feet look like, you know, feet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Lady Charity, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're looking lovely. Thanks. I took your advice on the rose oil and tea. Okay, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, I hope you enjoy. All right. Yeah, get your feet done. Invest in yourself. Okay. Look, if you don't have enough money, you can go to some of those like cosmetology schools or some places like that where they have to work on people's feet for free or for a discount or something. You need to go do something, man. If you go to a nail shop with a man that does feet, he probably has a foot fetish and he won't care if your feet look like the bits and pieces of left in the McDonald's French fries. Okay. Um, mhm. How many dates before a relationship? Are you dating for fun or are you dating for funds? Because it all depends on that answer. You always get them done is beyond the pedicure, the way they look, nothing can save them. Girl. Um, there has to be something that can save your feet. Something. Somebody said surgery. Go to a podiatrist. There you go. It's a doctor that specializes in feet and he can fix you. You may just need corrective footwear or like some type of brace for your foot, your toe, to line them and stuff. I don't know. Okay. I remember this one lady I knew, she got her feet surgery done. I don't know. They had to break all her toes and fix them. And she had to like roll on a scooter for like 6 weeks. I don't know if that's worth it. Something that keep your feet hidden at all times. Girl, I don't know how them feet look, so I can't really even tell you. They might not even be that bad. I mean, I've seen worse probably. So what some people think is ugly, like I've seen so much worse. So I probably wouldn't even think your feet were a big deal. Uh-huh. You said you're lying. Girl, I'm not lying. I wish I was. Um, it says somebody needs better shoes. Someone said just embrace it. All right, let me tell you what to do. Like, get you some shoes with fur on it like this to distract from your toes. Or wear closed toe shoes. All right. Mm-hmm. Tips on how to ditch dating apps. Walk outside your house, make sure you're looking cute, go somewhere and sit down, mingle, have a little drinky, um, preferably happy hour or during the AM or early, like do errands if you're in the AM or have lunch. But get outside. You like when you get home from work or wherever y'all are coming from, you lay down in your bed. It's not time to get on a dating app and scroll. Okay, you're gonna only find lazy men who are doing the same thing. The man that's trying to spend money and meet people in real life who are able to do the most are out. They're up running errands. They're out having a drink. They're at happy hour, or they're at lunch, or they're shopping, or they're golfing, or they're working out, or they're doing something. They're not in their bed scrolling. They're doing something. They got money to spend. They're spending money. That's where they at. They're spending money. Go out. Go to the rich side of town. They're working on themselves. They're spending money. They're engaging in hobbies and activities. They're not sitting on the phone scrolling for lashes and booty. That's all that's on there. The same pose every woman has that's on the date app, right? All right. So they're not on the dating apps. They're out spending money. They're out doing stuff. So get off the dating apps unless you're looking for other lazy losers. Dating apps are literally for lazy people and people that don't say or look like what they really are. That's all they are. Dating apps are like disappointments waiting to happen. Okay. We said the best ones don't even have social media. Exactly. Because if you're such a, high value person, why would you be amongst all the other people? Exactly. Mm-hmm. And you said catfish kings. Exactly. Be lying about everything. Get off the daily apps. You're just wasting time. Okay. They don't know their worth yet. Mm-mm. If you knew your worth, you wouldn't be caught dead on a date nap. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What? All-time favorite book about male-female relationships or dating? Um, um, Art of Seduction, Robert Greene. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, you're home. Yeah. What's up? What's up? I can mute it. Hold on. All right, sorry, y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I had to hear about my daughter's day at work. Give her some advice since I'm giving y'all advice. Yeah, I was trying to show y'all a product while I was muted. So I'm using Gerard Cosmetics Lay the Bake Blurring Powder. And that's what I used on my face. It literally makes you look like you have on a filter. It's kind of like a pinkish purplish powder. I do have it linked in my description bar as, you know, in the beauty items that I suggest. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ah, you said she works because she's young. Yeah, she wanted a job. She's a tutor. Okay. My daughter is a tutor. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody said who waited 8 years for a proposal. Oh my goodness. Uh, do I use e.l.f. products? I have some e.l.f. product. Let me think what I got e.l.f. products in. I got a few things. Um, mm, yeah. Does it take a man 8 years to know if you're the one? No, it don't. It takes a woman 8 years to realize she's been like had and duped. Nope. Wouldn't take me that long because I'd be dating other people at the same time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say your daughter's a tutor as well, Sharky? Okay, yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said almost dead in dog years, 8 years. That's true. Well, you know, people will wait as long as people have good excuses of why they need to wait. But the only excuse is that they're not ready or you're not the one, literally. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When you're dating multiple men, do you tell them you're exclusive? Why would you care? Why would they? Why they don't want the truth? They really don't want the truth. They want to feel like they're special and the only one. And in order for a woman to totally take herself off the market for a man, he has to be a full provider that wants to provide and impress her. You know what I mean? So you don't really need to tell them anything until, you know, you're serious about them or they're serious about you. Because lots of men are they just want company to go eat. A lot of men just want to be seen out in public with you. A lot of men don't care what you're doing. They just don't want to know. Okay. And so they'll base how they treat you or where they take you based on if you're seeing other men or not. But even though they're seeing other women. So don't even tell them. Just say, no, you're the only one I'm seeing right now. Because they don't care even if you lie to them. They just want the illusion that they're the only one you're seeing. And if you're the only one that they're seeing at this time, then they should try to make an even better impression by impressing you, right? Because you're only seeing him, so he better make it worth your while. If he doesn't try to impress you even more after saying you're the only one, then he doesn't care if you're seeing other men or not. Okay? Think about it. If a man asks you're seeing other men or not, and you say no, and he doesn't do anything special, he doesn't try to impress you, he's not doing the most, then you might as well be seeing other men because he doesn't care to impress you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. How you handle when money slows down because you don't have, girl, that's why you need more than one and you need to keep them rotating. Look, get a new one that they have to work up to even thinking about asking you for that. And they're still trying to impress you. You need a roster. Okay, men that's trying to work on asking you those questions, they're spending money. So you need a roster. You can't just depend on one person on their mood swings or what you're, what they're asking for in return that you're not comfortable with. If you have 2 or 3 of them, somebody gonna say yes. So yeah, get a couple. He said, what do you do if your man says he's poor? Then say, well, I'm so sorry for you, but you can't call yourself my man no more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. As soon as he lose money, he lose you, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because he got one job. He got one job. One. Uno. Provide. One job. Wait. No excuse, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-huh. So let him figure that out. Yeah. Because y'all got people being a placeholder to a broke man. That's double stupid. Uh-oh, clear. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Said I look younger today. Thank you. Mm-mm. Well, anyway, don't be a placeholder. Y'all know what it is. Y'all, okay, so y'all want to see some of my PR that I got? Since we're getting late in the video. If y'all want to see some PR that I received, let me know. I can show y'all. They're always sending me stuff. All right, let me see what I got. Mm-hmm. All right. We got some ionic hair straightening comb. We got a hair tool. We got another hair tool. We got a automatic curling iron. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And it's pink. Ooh, haven't opened these yet. Oh, shoot. We have some more Gerard cosmetics and brushes and setting spray. Play all day. Thank you, Claire. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We got some setting sprays, different kinds. My Gerard cosmetics. So our face is going to be in place. For real, for real. So these are different setting spray. I guess these are all different. Well, I think one is for matte, one is for dewy, and one is for something. All right. I have to look on the boxes. So. Let me just spray. I'm gonna spray this one. This one looks interesting. Okay, they're scented. That's what it is. This one smells like orange. Okay, this one smells like citrus. That's why they're different colors. Okay, let me smell this one. Oh, this one smells like coconut. Oh, thank you, Empress Janae. Shira, you recently back to dating from being in school and you really appreciate all my advice. I'm no rusty. Thank you. You a little rusty? Okay. Or you're not rusty. I don't know what you see here, but welcome. Okay, I wonder what this one smells like. I'm gonna spray my hand because I think I have too much on my face. Oh, what is these? I can't tell what this is. It smells like, could be mint or rosemary and rose or something. Chocolate, mint chocolate. I'm getting mint chocolate. I don't know, maybe because I'm getting mint chocolate. Okay, so Gerard Cosmetics has different setting sprays and they smell good. Okay, so this one is mint chocolate. This one is coconut. And this one is like citrus or orange. So I'm loving the scents for setting sprays. Something new. Okay, so you get a little aromatherapy there when you're doing your makeup. I'm impressed. All right. Okay, so they sent me a bunch of lipsticks. Y'all, my new favorite lipstick is literally by Gerard Cosmetics in the color Ruby Slipper. But they sent me their other lipsticks too, so I got all the lipsticks now. And they're like liquid lips. So we have West Coast. I don't know what color that is. I'm gonna open them up on TikTok or something. $19.95. We got Candy Apple, which is a red, I'm sure. We got Summer Lovin'. And we got Boss Lady. All right. Share and Cocoa Bead. So we got a bunch of lipsticks. I can't wait to open these. I'll probably open them up on TikTok. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you make him sleep in a separate room? I don't know. Put his favorite things in there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, then we got the brushes. These are nice quality too, because I looked at them earlier. They have like a wooden handle. And it says Gerard Cosmetics. And look at that. Ooh, that's some good quality. Ooh, I can't wait to use this. So smooth. So y'all, yes. I'm gonna open all these on TikTok. Like not today. Maybe what's tomorrow? No, we'll see. Ooh, look at this brush. It's like perfect for like it here. You said troll alert? We don't care about no trolls. I got some more of the Whole Cosmetics pheromones. Let's open it up, shall we? These are the pheromones that work so well. I literally vouch for these Whole Cosmetics pheromones. Well, that's so nice. Okay, so send me all this. Ooh. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see what this is. The Liquid Finesse. Okay. Well, I love the packaging. Oh, and it's red. What? They put the new bottles as red. This is cute. Okay, this is the Liquid Finesse that I'm always telling y'all to get. Makes people more generous, nice, and it's a pheromone. And you can literally finesse your way So yes, they came out with the new bottles and the new packaging. Loving it. Before they were just clear bottles, but now they have red. Okay, what's this one? Oh, if y'all are interested in the pheromones, it's linked. It's in the description bar, and my code is SheRa. If y'all want to save money, SheRa, and it's spelled like this: HEAUX. This is vasopressin concentrate. I think this, yeah, this makes them feel like they're falling in love with you. So you get the vasopressin, and they will become obsessed and think that they're falling in love with you. So definitely take these on your dates, and right before you sit down or next to him, or get in the proximity. Then he'll feel like he's falling in love with you, because it's called press him, but it literally makes him feel like they're has feelings of falling in love with you. Like, there's something about her, I don't know what it is, I just can't get her off my mind. I feel some sort of way. So that one does that. I'm not even joking. They'll literally have him falling for you. Okay, let me see what else. What's this one? Oxytocin pheromone. Ooh. You gonna need some oxytocin pheromone? Make him feel good when he's in your presence. I don't feel any other way when I'm with any other woman. Oh, it's like they don't really smell like anything. It's like fresh air, like slightly sweet. These like our cheat sheet, y'all. Use my code SheRa if you buy. But literally, oxytocin pheromone concentrate. When you ask for money, where it is, in the liquid finesse. Okay, ooh, it's a little mini one. What's this? Oh, oxytocin mini to put in your purse. Okay. The other ones can fit in your purse too, but this is a smaller one. Look, so cute. These are perfect for Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day. Look at that. This is liquid finesse. Okay. Let's have some oxytocin in it too. So you put this in my purse, because I have pressed him in my purse right now. I think that I told y'all not to wear these around certain people. No dust. But if you like free stuff, discounts, and for people to say yes to you very easily, definitely wear liquid finesse. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Let me see what y'all talking about. Did I open all of them? Yes, I did. I love the new packaging. They're so pretty. I love the red. Uh-huh. You said I don't put ads, I am the ad. Because this stuff works. I'm not lying. Like, I'm not pushing this if it don't work. Yeah. I done tested it out, so I know. I be getting free stuff left and right. Coffee, even though, like, I'll be paying for stuff half the time. Oh. Oh. You said the what? All right, all right. It said she always says women shape the culture. If they treat you badly in Korea, change how you treat them until men step up. That's true. It used to be, let me tell y'all something. Like the reason why that women shape the culture It's because, think about this. If a man goes home and he's not happy with who is at his house, with what woman he got, then his life ain't happy. Happy wife, happy life. Women set the culture. Women have the standards. If you're not happy, we're going to make your life. If you don't make us happy, we'll make your life miserable. Like literally. So it's best just to make women happy, or else you'll be miserable as a man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you think about a man that follows on social media his real preference? What do you think about men who follows on social media his real preference? I don't care about their real preference. I care about how much money they spend on me. You know what I'm saying? That's the deal. Maybe his real preference don't want him. Maybe he can't afford his real preference. Be his placeholder preference and get his money. All right. And when he can finally afford his real preference, great. But in the meantime, get his money, man. Because some of y'all get so emotionally triggered when you are with a man and you're not his preference, but he's paying for stuff. He can't afford his preference yet. His preference don't want to deal with him. Just get his money. Okay? Because I think a lot of y'all don't realize just because he got a preference don't mean they prefer him. Okay. Mm-hmm. Get the money, ma'am. Exactly. You said you look at in SheRa's window right now. If you were out there, you probably wouldn't be out there for long. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said you're going on a Jewish dating event this Sunday. The videos are brief, wondering how I should stand out. Um, like that lady did in Pakistan. Go in there and demand what you want. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle for the super sticker. She's in Dubai now, y'all. That lady, the African American lady that was claiming she was Pakistani and she wanted her money. Now she's in Dubai and being treated like a celebrity. All the men are like following her down the street trying to take selfies. Oh, thank you, Casey. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like the live, guys. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know how she made that trip that quick. She flew back to America and then got right back on a plane to Dubai. She was not playing. She has a So, that's how you can stand out, by understanding who you are and acting as such. Sometimes when a woman knows her value and her worth, other people can see it too. But just be like obvious with it. Um, you said, how do I make my wig look so natural? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because it's not all a wig. Some of it's my own hair. All right. Mm-hmm. Where are you from without the makeup? Where are you from without the makeup? What you mean where I'm from? The same place I'm from when I got on the makeup. Okay. Thank you. Rise of the divine feminine. Yes. Okay. Hmm. How do you embrace femininity and avoid becoming a placeholder? By having several and also understanding your value and your worth. And if they're not meeting your standards, you shouldn't even be there. Okay, unless you're just there to collect money and while collecting from others, because a lot of women don't know their standards and they just fall for the okie doke. If you're a placeholder and you know you're a placeholder, collect the money and keep going and date others at the same time. Uh-huh. Thank you. You said vasopress and concentrate is a crazy name. Well, they call it press him for short. Press him, like you're gonna press him. He's gonna be pressed when he's in your presence because he's gonna feel like he's falling in love with you. Yeah, that's that whole cosmetics pheromone. Y'all get it. Links are in the description bar. Scroll down a bit and use my coupon code SheRa. Let me make sure it's in there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hold on, I have to pause it. All right, let me get the link for y'all because I know y'all want to buy it. Where's that? Here it is. Whoopee. All right, I'm gonna put it in the live chat. There you go. My code is SheRa if y'all want to check it out. There's a little quiz on there you can take to see which ones are best for you. And yeah. Mm-hmm. So you've been out during the day at stores, makeup and hair done, but then what? Act like that's where you belong. That's where you're running your errands. You're just living life. You know, that's what. Like we don't go out just to meet men. We go out to be seen, to be coveted after, to be, asked how our day is, how we're doing, to be flirted with. You know what I'm saying? We're not out being desperate. We're out being us. Once you are able to get comfortable on the other side of town, going out shopping and doing this, you're going to start to feel more comfortable and people are going to approach you more, or you're going to be more comfortable to, allow other people to approach you. So small talk, things like that. It's going to start happening the more you get comfortable over there and not looking like you're looking for anything. Okay. Like it may take you a few times to get the vibe right. It'll happen. Yes. Just do it a couple of times. It gets easier and easier, and you'll see what I mean. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. Okay. Mhm. You said, how do you ask a man for money without begging, though? Make sure he's old and you look 10 times better, and he'll literally be offering it to you. You probably won't ever have to beg. Choose the right target. Some of y'all are begging men that look better than you for money and your same age. You got to make sure the man has money, a little bit older or a lot older, and you look a lot better than them. The answer is most of the time going to be yes, especially if they have it. And if you met them online, I don't know how easy it's going to be because he could be lying and catfishing you or whatever. But usually meeting men on the rich side of town in real life, you can kind of get a feel for if they really have money or not. And usually if they like you, they're going to approach you so you know that they like you a lot. So it's going to be easier to get anything out of someone that actually likes you enough to cross a room and approach you and risk being rejected in public. You're going to be able to get a lot more faster meeting men in real life, So you're not begging if you are a woman. Men are providers naturally. Only women that beg don't know their value because it's supposed to be given to you. If you're going to be dealing with some dude, they're supposed to provide. They're supposed to make your life better. They're supposed to improve your life when they become a part of it. You're not supposed to beg for nothing. They're supposed to be generous and giving to you if they want you in their presence. If they like you 10 times more. If you're choosing men that don't even like you at all, you're going to be afraid to ask for anything. So learn the targets. The right men to give are the men that like you more than you like them. Okay? All right. Y'all keep forgetting. Y'all are supposed to be the pretty ones in the relationship, not the men. Let me tell y'all something. If your man looks better than you when you take off all your makeup and your hair, you chose wrong. Ladies, if your man looks better than you when you remove everything, you chose wrong. That's one of the tests you could give yourself. You might look good with makeup and hair, but when it comes off, if he looks better than you, nope. He got to look worse than you at all phases. He got to look worse than you if you get fat, if you get too skinny, if you don't have no makeup on, if your hair ain't done, if you sick, if you well, if you're being lazy, you got to look better than him at all those times in order to get what you want. All right? There ain't no day that he looks better than you ever. So, on your worst day, you look better than him on his best day. That is the combo. Beauty and the Beast, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how you're going to get what you want. All right. How do you detach from the beginning? Well, it's easy not to attach if you look 10 times better than them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm giving y'all the formula and the key, but y'all won't listen. Y'all ain't listening. Let me ask y'all a question. Are you getting ready to attach to someone who you look 10 times better than? Like seriously, from the beginning? It's going to take a long time. You get it? It's going to take a long time to feel any type of attachment to that. So that's why I'm telling y'all. Y'all like the makeup look? Thank you. I actually had this makeup done. I had it done and I went live on TikTok earlier. And I do have my TikTok linked actually in the comments. I mean, not in the comments, in the description bar. So y'all can find the real one. Just scroll down and it's under my Instagram. It's the link. But yeah, Presley Clark did my makeup. She's a makeup artist. You can follow her as well. Presley Clark Artistry. And you spell her name with 2 E's instead of a Y. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Thank you, Bolade. Thank you. Bolade. Hope I said that right. You say you're a pretty gay man. Should you also go for ugly? Yes. Why y'all keep thinking cute is going to get you paid? The only time cute gets you paid is if you cute. Not the man. Cute man looking for money. Okay. Or something free. All right. Thank you. You said, do I sell calendars with my face on it? I don't think so. I'm not that vain, dog. If somebody's selling it, then it's not me. Frauds. It says, should you get an ugly provider and a handsome guy on the side? I mean, if they both got money. You see, you can get a handsome guy that has money. If he's rich, he might not be as generous as the ugly man. But I'll never try to deal with anything broke. So you're saying ugly men are the way. I'm saying that you could get more out of them than you could someone that looks better than you or just as good as you. Yes. Okay. You said you feel like when you look better than, not if they're older. So if you're dealing with someone your own age, they're gonna resent you. But if they're older, you're the prize, of course. So like, think about this. You think Donald Trump resents Melania? No. Maybe if they were the same age, but date somebody older, they can't resent you if you're younger than them. They had like years and years of a head start. Okay. If they're ugly and y'all the same age, they feel like life is unfair. If they're ugly or older, they feel like they didn't hit the jackpot. So y'all got to understand that. It's a whole different story. You older, you hit the jackpot. If you're young and ugly, you're just unfortunate. And yes, you're going to be envious and jealous of somebody who looks good because the only reason they're with you is because you're ugly and that you got to pay. But when you're old, you got the money. You don't care no more because you know what life is and you there for it. Okay. You said, would I date Elon Musk? Oh my gosh. Um, I don't think I would date him, but I would get some business tips and some financial information from him. Okay. And I don't think he's old enough for me, honestly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You think he ain't old enough, Jai. He's too young. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said he got multiple baby mamas and Dusty to the. Well, Elon Musk he's cool in his own crazy way, but we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. So I'll just take his financial advice and leave it at that. All right. We don't see eye to eye on too many things, but I will take his financial advice and get his money info. All right. Yeah. You said is he Nick Cannon? Y'all crazy. Okay, thank you, Bolade. Thank you. You said a handsome man will leave you. For what? His brokenness? Oh no, please don't go broke, handsome man. Whatever will I do? Now I can spend more time in the mirror. Or what? Thank you. You like the hair and makeup? I appreciate that. How to get a man out of your mind. Go find another one. Okay. Look. Think about this. If you got a man on your mind and you're gonna meet one that has more money, that's nicer, that's willing to do whatever you want him to do, you're not gonna be thinking about the other one. Especially if you like this one better. Right. Who? Uh-oh. You said what's Russell's type? I don't know what his type is. I never asked him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I never felt like it was necessary to ask him. I think that's an inappropriate question. Thank you, Bolade. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You look beautiful and youthful. Thank you for helping the girlies out. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why don't you ask them in the next live? Okay. Elon Musk is peeking in Shira's window. Girl, he got them satellites. He could be. Thank you, Ultra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look, all he gonna see is my cardboard cutout. She's at home. Yes, I am. I'm in my room right now. Look. All right. What do you think about Nikki, Baby, and BDG Low? And I don't even know who them people are, man. I can't. I don't even know who they are. Are they supposed to be on some type of reality show or something? I don't know who that is. Who is that, baby? You know, y'all would be better off just telling me the situation rather than naming people that I don't know. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You said Shira is everybody's type. Oh, y'all are so sweet. You said, tell me the situation. She tried not to help, not gossip. I don't know who these people are. Like, literally, y'all got to tell me. Like, when I'm scrolling, I don't read people's names. I don't know who these people are. It's just like, I might have heard of the situation, but I might not know their name. I'm bad with names. So, I don't know. He basically got with both pygmishas. Okay. Why do I need to care about some pygmishas? Like, what the? All right. Well, good for him. His dreams come true. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Aaron says, why is she deeply attracted to bad boys? Like these very masculine boxer MMA type of guys. Unfortunately, they are always broke though. Um, Attraction is not the same thing as logic, a logical choice. Okay. So like you can be attracted to a certain type of car, but depending on your lifestyle and what you need, you can't, it's not practical. So let's say you got like kids or you have a bunch of stuff that you have to take with you everywhere. You can't go get a two-seater. You got to get something with a back seat, something practical, something nice, right? It's going to get you from where you need to go. Everything that you're always attracted to is not suitable all the time for your lifestyle. Okay. That's why they started making luxury utility, sports utility vehicles, because you can't always drive a convertible or a two-seater, but you could still have the brand. You see what I'm saying? So you need to leave that type of person to where, you know, they're most beneficial to someone who can provide for them. Okay, Pygmesia and them. Barbara the Builder and them. That's not for you. Thank you. It's okay to be attracted to something, but when it comes to making life decisions, you have to be smarter. I mean, how many dusties are attracted to women that they can't afford or that are no good for them? Hmm. Attraction can last one night. When you're done, when they show you their real colors, you're literally done anyway. So why even do that to yourself? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you overly healed. You don't even want a provider or can stand looking at a dusty. You overly healed. Okay, well, just get money then, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said, how do you stop hooking up with guys? Allie, I always say this now. You got to be picky and only deal with people that are beneficial to your life. Now, you said you're a man. It's more difficult for men to do that. Allie's a man. It's more difficult for men to do that because they don't think the same as women. They just think instant gratification. And then they'll worry about stuff later. We think get this money, get the lifestyle, get what you want. Then that's something that comes later. Hmm. I think men are just more looking for instant gratification. That's why they objectify women a lot because they don't care about anything else but the gratification. And then they think about, oh, well, maybe I should have did something different later because their mind is on the instant gratification or the pleasure and all that kind of stuff versus the common sense and all that kind of stuff. So, okay. You said men gonna be men. uh, what is the one lesson younger Shira took a bit longer to have a perspective shift on? Um, Nothing really. I already pretty much knew everything when I was young. I knew all men were liars. I knew that most of them cheated. So like it didn't take me long to learn anything at all. That's common sense. I think you know what took me the longest? Just to really start thriving as an individual as far as businesses, like real businesses. So like I told y'all, I was married, or I am married, but I was married 10 years before I started my first business. So I've been a housewife for 10 years before I even started my YouTube channel, before I started my businesses, before I did any of that. So I took that time to raise my kids. Um, I'm glad I did, but I probably should have been doing my businesses a little bit earlier than I started. But I think the YouTube channel really kind of fueled my creativity and ideas and what you guys wanted to start, some of my business. So I think I should have started my businesses sooner than I did. Maybe a couple of years sooner. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why does everyone think that they are the exception? Because they haven't experienced not being the exception yet. And when they do, they won't think that no more. All right? Their time has not come for them to experience that. And when they do, they'll understand. I think you being the successful at this age, quite the flex actual. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. But yeah. But at the same time, I'm still, being provided for. I just, would have been doing something different versus just, I did a lot of crafting and DIY stuff, decorating, stuff housewives do. And, just spending time with the kids, being artistic. So I had a lot of time for my hobbies before I like got into like businesses. You said you should be attending your man, not online. Attending? Attending him for what? I see him all day, every day. He's at home. He's fine, believe me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He says, boy, go somewhere, Ike. He said, what? Don't be projected on him. I know you having bad thoughts. Don't do that. Okay. That's a dude. He did not provide yet. You have not done it in a year. So what? Good for you. Don't do nothing unless he provides. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What advice would you give a woman who is dating a neurodivergent? I seen the movie Divergent. That was pretty good. But them divergents is special. The movie says if you divergent, you special. You can think better than most people and like got special powers and stuff. So if he can get some extra money for being not divergent and stuff, you know? Yeah, I've seen Divergent too. That's a good movie. All right. You said you met a woman who was neuro. I don't even know what that means. I just know the movie Divergent. Baby, sprinkle, sprinkle. What do they used to call it back in the old days? Y'all know I'm old. I'm old. What they used to call it back in my day, back in the 90s, what they call it? Somebody, they didn't even call it that back then. What they called it back then? Oh, okay. No, that's not what they called it back then. Quirky, exactly. So she's quirky. She's got a personality. She's a little off, a little zany, a little different. All right, then. I think a lot of those women get wiped up quick because life is exciting with them. All right. All right. Y'all be coming up with too many labels. Like, I don't know what y'all talk about no more. Just say the words. Mm-hmm. You said someone said stop using labels to fall back on. Everybody got a label now, obviously. And half of them don't even need no label. Actually, 90% people don't even need no label. They just making excuses for themselves. Literally. Is it bad to hook up with a regular dude while you search for your provider? Um, yes. Honestly, regular dude, I feel like if you're focused on something and only focused in that one area, that's what you're going to find. That's why I always say only date guys that have money, because what you're doing is literally saying, okay, I want a provider, but what are you what are your actions showing that you don't? You want a regular guy. See, get the provider first. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Focus on that first. One priority, put it in the right order. Get the provider first. Then go get a guy with money. That's different than the provider, or better to your liking. Okay, but y'all be doing stuff backwards. Go get the provider first. Seal the deal first, because you're going to get distracted by the regular dude. Then you're going to be, oh, well, maybe it's not so bad. Or maybe, get the provider first. First. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said regular guys catch feelings too fast. I know, and they think you want their regular broke self. Like, no. Maybe getting all hurt and sad because you don't want their regular self. That's why some women can't date regular average men, because they get too attached and the women want better providers. Because regular men are just comfortable at the level and they're not trying to do anymore. Women are attracted to ambition and power and like masculinity. If that man is just regular and he's good with just being regular, oh, that's not a turn on to women. Not in the long run, So they become the placeholders, literally. Regular dudes become the placeholder to some women who want more. And a lot of men get mad at that. But men have placeholder women all the time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said if you're with regular dudes, they will multiply in this world, and that's how they get. No. You said you're taking pheromones? Wow. Okay, I don't understand that statement, but okay. Maybe you're a little divergent. Okay, no more placeholders, please. You hate it for them. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you tell a provider type that you're a stripper? No. Never tell them all the truth. Lie. Why do y'all want to be so honest? I mean, you can be honest if you want, but remember, they don't need to know all your business. Maybe later on down the line, after they fell in love with you and want to rescue you and give you all the money you ever wanted and take you away from that life. Maybe, but not in the beginning. Okay, is he 10? He's a 10-10, a discipline at the gym, but works as a chef. Should I not entertain him? I don't know if he's generous yet. Let's get out the calculator. Does he work at a restaurant or is he a private chef? Is he a chef or is he a cook? Because there's a difference. Does his title say chef on his resume? Does he have a sous chef up under him? Because we need details. He's a chef at a restaurant. You said he's a sous chef. And I don't even have to do my calculator. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have you ever heard of a sous chef being rich? You said you need an executive chef. Girl, sous chefs be making the salads and the dessert tray. Girl, what the heck? Anyway, You said you need the restaurant owner. Go for the owner, ma'am. Does he own the restaurant? I mean, if you like him, great. But he's not where the money resides. You said restaurant ownership. Yeah, he's not where the money resides. But if he's giving you everything you want, and he's generous, and you like him, and he likes you 10 times more, you could date him. Remember to keep your options open if he can't provide you with the lifestyle that you want. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, you said, do you think women are socially trained to be inclined to go on into dating based off of emotion? Is it cultural? If so, why do you think we are conditioned this way? Um, in some cultures, women are conditioned to only date men who are suitable providers. And in some cultures, women are trained to, oh, you're gonna fall, you have to love someone, you gotta fall in love with them in order, it has to be true love or you'll never be happy. And here's some Disney fairy tales. Okay, so it's ingrained in the fairy tales and the stuff that you are bombarded with when you're a child. But the wealth is also ingrained. You just miss that part because as a child, you don't know what money is. You just think a prince that has a castle is a prince that has a castle. You don't understand that he's rich. You know what I'm saying? So, as a child who doesn't have to go out and earn money, a princess is just a girl in a pretty dress, and a prince in a castle is just a man that is going to rescue the princess. You don't think about that he got money and loan money. But when you get older, that part becomes more relevant than the romance. Okay? Because the whole point of the fairy tale is that most of those guys or the princes that have money. But as a child, you don't care about money. You just care about the pretty dress in the castle, which costs money. So you miss the whole point in the fairy tale. You're pulled in emotionally because the prince is gonna save the princess or falls in love with the princess and is gonna save her. So he's helping her and he loves her and they only just met and this villain person is after the princess. And so here comes the prince in his shining armor to save the day, right? You see that. So you automatically feel like, okay, well, that's what I want. I want someone to rescue me. I want someone to take me to their castle and live happily ever after. But since you don't understand that that costs money, all you see is the emotion. So all you see is the man being the hero. All you see is the princess falling in love with the hero. You don't see the money because you don't understand what money is at that age. But when you get old, you understand what the money is. So if you're gonna go by fairy tales, at least look at the wealth of it all. You said the villain is the dusty. Okay. Of course. You said fairy tales about getting this bag. Exactly. They all wanted money. The two fairy tales that make people mad are literally Aladdin and Princess and the Frog because they have to settle for dusties. Okay, which is obvious. They have a brown, black princess, the broke men, and they all know what they think of us. Yeah, yeah. That's why you got to take your power back and demand this money, because this, like I said, ladies, we changed the culture. If our stereotype and our culture is all about money in the future, then they can't stereotype you for taking dust. You see what I'm saying? You want to change the narrative, you got to change your standards. So in 50 years from now, if Pygmesia becomes extinct, then any type of princess or character based on a woman of color is going to only deal with money. Only. But it starts with women making their standards high and keeping them high. Okay. Pygmesia selling for dust is what we have seen in the past. It's a new day. Gotta change the narrative by changing who you are. We represent all the stories. Women represent all the stories. Change your stereotype, change the story. It's that simple. Okay. Men are unreliable. You're looking for ways to make money. Myself, they're draining. Okay, well, get their money, invest in yourself with their money, start a business, stack your savings account with their money, save yours. Okay, because if you're going to deal with them, you might as well be getting their money. If you're not going to deal with men, then focus on yourself. But if you are going to deal with them, they definitely should be beneficial to your life. Okay. You said you figure you deserve their money more than they do. Yeah. So change the narrative. How to know if a provider is married already? When you find out, I don't know. Usually, if you're dating a married man, they'll slip up. It's easy to catch them because they're not very good at lying. Okay. If you can't call them at night, if they can't text too late at night, if they're busy on holidays, you know, that's how you know, ma'am. Okay. You said you sent a sugar daddy link for flowers you wanted, and the company couldn't deliver this week, but the flowers he got me for instead are completely ugly. How should I go? At least he tried, but men don't know nothing about no flowers. Most of them don't know nothing about flowers. They just flowers are flowers to men. They know roses, and that's probably about it. You need to get those forever roses like this. They last a long time. They're preserved real roses, and you need to send them a link for that. Rose forever, and you can use my code. SheRaSeven. No, SheRa15. I think that's my code. Yeah. Okay. You said, why don't men just do the research? Because some men don't care. They're just trying to get to the prize. And they're not even doing the work. You got to be specific and tell them. And when they say, well, what? Tell them, you know what turns me on? When a man pays close attention to what I like and then puts in the effort. Tell him that, girl. He going to get it right. Or he'll find out what you like. All right, I'm about to wrap this up. But thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all soon. If you it's my Patreon. Hold on. I was gonna say if y'all want to join the Patreon. I don't know if it's linked. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh no, I didn't link it. Hold on, let me link my Patreon channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hold on. I'm trying to link my Patreon. Home. Okay. How are y'all? Okay, so if y'all want to write me privately in the messenger on my Patreon, I do have a Patreon account. If you sign up for tier 2 and up, you can message me. If you sign up for the mail out tier, I write you a card or a letter every month. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. If y'all are interested in any of the beauty products I talked about, like as far as hair, makeup, I'm going to link my Amazon beauty products, my favorite Amazon beauty products that you can get on Amazon. I'll link it there. So, and then I'm going to link, okay, there it goes. Then I'm going to link for the hair, since y'all love this hair. Y'all going to be surprised with the hair be. So I'm linking the hair here. This should be one of the first or second pieces on there. All right. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all soon.